Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing today? Happy Black History Month. It's an honor to stand for you tonight as we reflect on our first year together and discuss our shared vision for the future. I want to extend my sincere gratitude to each of you for your engagements, your ideas, your commitment in making our city a better place. I also want to take a moment to recognize and thank our city employees and our volunteers for their dedication in serving our community. Their efforts and the foundation of our success, and we could not achieve our goals without them. Leadership is about teamwork. Every idea, every community program, policy, charter amendment I present is carefully vetted by my leadership team to ensure its financial sound while meeting the operation needs of our city. I also want to take a moment to thank the City Council behind me. Without these 5 members on the City Council, we would not be successful. So thank you, City Council, all your hard work and effort supporting our mission for the city. As we enter 2025, I recognize many of you have concerns about the changes on the federal government level. While we cannot control the national policies, we can ensure that Laurel remains a place of safety where we all can thrive. Over the past year, we have taken significant steps to move Laurel forward, and I'm proud to share some key accomplishments with you tonight. Key accomplishments of our first year, thanks to City Council for approving the budget, because once again, these projects that we're talking about tonight will not be, cannot be done without the approval of the City Council. The first-time home buyers program. To promote home ownership and long-term residency, we have allocated $60,000 from the FY25 budget, provide $5,000 for a grant for 12 eligible first-time home buyers. Also, $100,000 in the small business program, $10,000 for a business open inside the City of Laurel. So that means starting July 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2025. You open a business inside the City of Laurel, you'll receive $10,000 once you open your business up. Once again, back to the homeowners program. Starting July 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2025. You're a first-time home buyer, you get $5,000 once you close on your house. Drone program. We're finalizing our final agreement with Alpha Drone to train 3 Laurel residents, 16 to 18 years old, as a level 1 certified drone pilot. This is a 10-week course. Once these individuals complete this 10-week course, they'll be a certified drone pilot. So we finalized that project right now. This is something I'm very proud of. The Youth Apprenticeship Program. We facilitate over 3 career opportunities for 3 high school students, providing practical experience in key municipal departments, information technology, public work, and communication. This initiative will bridge the classroom training with real-world applications and equip students with valuable skills serving their community. The Mobile Crisis Team. We're in partnership with the Prince George County. We've finalized an MOU to bring a mental health crisis response team to Laurel, operating 4 p.m. to midnight. This initiative will ensure mental health crises are addressed with the right resources and professional support. Safe Summer Night programs. To engage our youth in the positive activities and reduce juvenile misconduct, we successfully launched the Safe Summer program, offering recreation and education opportunities for our youth throughout the summer. Our Veterans Day, our first inaugural Veterans Day program. In November 2024, we host our first Veterans Day program, honoring those who serve the United States Armed Forces. This event brought together veterans, Gold Star families, and community members to recognize the sacrifice our servicemen have done for our country. Our first-time Laurel Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. For the first time in Laurel history, we formally celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, recognize the contribution of our Hispanic Latino community. This event features cultural performances, keynote speakers, and awarding honor outstanding community members. Addressing food insecurity is our Title I school district. We partnership with Johns Hopkins Health Plus, and also Priority One and Prince George Nonprofit. We got a food cupboard outside of Armory at 422 Montgomery Street. As you know, Laurel Elementary School is a Title I school in our district, so that get individuals who suffer from food insecurities, they can go to that food cupboard and grab food from there. Strategic kickoff plan. We start that off on April 5th, 2025, April 3rd, 2025, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The city first strategic plan to outline our city vision. So once again, on April the 3rd, 2025, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., we're right here in the city's chambers. We'll kick off our strategic kickoff plan. The Master Plan Committee. The Master Plan Committee was formed. Every 10 years, the city has to do a master plan. So we got the Master Plan Committee chaired by former Councilman Rick Wilson, and they started in January. And so for the next 10 years, they're gonna lay the plan out. So how our vision look from 2026 to 2036. Social master plan. So please come to those meetings. Your input is valuable. You can't vote on anything, but you can give your input to the master plan committee and they can take it into consideration. These are some things I joined as a mayor. Mayors Against Illegal Guns, Mayors Against End Childhood Hunger, and looking ahead. As we move forward, we're committed to remain firm. We're building our success, invest in our residents, and ensure Laurel remain a thriving city for all. Some key opportunities coming next year. We're going to continue to expand our home opportunities. We'll continue the efforts to increase affordable housing. Residents are exploring additional first-time home buyers incentives and working with developers to expand housing accessibility. Strengthen our public safety. We're committed to enhancing community policing initiatives, supporting crime prevention programs to keep our neighborhoods safe. Investing in workforce development. We will expand our apprenticeship program, our job training opportunities for youth, seniors, and returning citizens, ensuring everyone in our community has access to meaningful employment. Support small business. We will offer additional grants and resources to help our small business grow and succeed. Enhancing our city infrastructure. We will continue to improve in roads, parks, public spaces to maintain enhanced Laurel quality of life. Expanding community events and engagement. We'll partner with the Town Center Laurel to add 3 additional summer concerts to foster economic growth and community connection. Expanding the Craig A. Medical Service and Craig A. Multi-Service Center. We're working on a future initiative to provide medical service participants at the Craig A. Multi-Service Center. I think that's great right there. And also, as you notice that BGE has an increase in bills, and we are working with BGE as well. BGE gave us some information. We put it on our social media, and we want you to go to our social media page and BGE's social media page as well to look how you can get some help. BGE said it will not cut people's lights off. Late payments will not be delinquent. And so therefore, we also have Laurel's Advocate Referral Services. So any individuals that experience any hardship, we want you to go to Laurel's and they will assist you. One more thing before I step away. Mr. Simmons, can you go in the conference room for me, please, and grab something for me? Deputy City Administrator Joanne Barr, can you come forward, please? Council, can you come forward as well? I don't know, they always say give people their flowers, right? And so Deputy City Administrator Barr has been working for the City of Laurel for 36 years. When I was a council member, I had a joke that she was my favorite director. But when I became the mayor, I said, oh my God, who is this lady? But now she's been a good sport for the city, 36 years of dedicated services. She gave me her letter of resignation that she'll be leaving us on March the 7th. And so the city's going to be, we're going to miss you.
Well, thank
you. Know, you.
And I'll miss the city.
Yeah, you're a very smart young lady.
Well, thank you.
Your knowledge is.
I like the young part.
Okay. Yeah. So this, on behalf of myself and the city council, we want to give you these flowers and thank you for everything you've done for the city.
Well, thank you, Mayor. I just thank everybody. Thank you for your applause. It has been such an honor to serve this city. I came here as a very young individual, moved to the area, didn't know much about Laurel, worked in the Department of Parks and Recreation, worked my way up. I was shocked and pleased to be asked to move into the Department of the City Administrator. And it has just been it's just been a wonderful opportunity, and it's a wonderful community. I really do feel like I'm somebody from Laurel now, and have been very proud of the people that I have been working with. You don't get to this place but for people that push you up and pull you up, and I certainly would never have had the long career I had if it wasn't for everybody in this room and the people that we serve. I just can't say enough about the people I've met along the way and how wonderful a place it is, and really do truly believe in the city of Laurel, and hope that you all have, it has been an honor to serve you, so thank you all.
I come to my closing remarks now. I want to thank each and every one of you, your trust, for participation, and your passion for making Laurel the best it can be. This town hall is an opportunity for open dialogue, and I encourage you to share your thoughts, your concerns, your ideas as we continue our city future. Let's keep moving forward, never backwards. So at this time, I'm going to bring up our city administrator, Kristen Pulley, and she's going to have the directors come up and say a few things. And after the directors say a few things, we're going to turn over to the city council. The city council going to say a few things, and then we're going to call your numbers. I think you should receive the number if you want to speak, and I'll call your number as we finish the process. That's how the process can go. So thank you for your attention, please.
Good evening and Happy New Year, everyone. I am Kristen Pulley, the city administrator for this great city. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I greatly appreciate it, and I am looking forward to hear everyone's input for tonight. Joanne, congratulations on your next chapter. The last 3 years has been an amazing journey. You are the yin to the yang. So over the last year, Joanne and I have been responsible for handling the day-to-day operations for the city, ensuring that our services and departments were running effectively and efficiently. And some of our accomplishments that the office, the city administrator office did, we had another successful cohort for Citizens University. I see a graduate in the building, or two maybe, actually, so congratulations. Some of those are now serving on the boards and commissions for the city. We continue to grow our volunteer database, which is good. You know, the volunteers are the backbone to our community and are very important. And also, we successfully negotiated and implemented the public works contract last year, so that was good. And some of the priorities that we're going to be focusing on this year is, of course, to keep the city running at an optimum level for the community. Along with the finance department, we'll be monitoring the financial outlook. As you know, the federal government, the state, and the county budgets are going to be very tight, so we'll be monitoring that this year. Also, as the mayor mentioned, we're going to be rolling out our strategic plan in April, so that we're going to make sure that's done. And then also we will be negotiating the FOP, the Laurel Police Department contract. So that is the goals for the CA's office this year. It's going to be a great year. I'm confident in all our departments. You know, Laurel is a great community. I consider it home. I'm not from Laurel, but I consider it to be home. So as the mayor also mentioned, we recently had some changes to some of our departments. We just had a charter amendment approved by the council, which dissolved the Community Resources and Emergency Management Department, and it will create the Department of Human Services as well as Emergency Management. So now I'm going to bring Ms. Chrissy Cornwell up to talk about the emergency management accomplishments and goals for the year, and then Ms. Marshall LeBlanc will come up and discuss the Multi-Service Center. Thank you, everybody.
Good evening. As Ms. Pulley shared for emergency management, I just have a few accomplishments that we did for 2024 and then one that we're focusing on for 2025. So we were able to coordinate with the American Red Cross to recertify our community centers as emergency shelters if we would need them for public shelters. We were also able to work with the federal government to renew our community rating system. So that's a lot of mitigation strategies that we do throughout the community. But the benefit to the residents is it gets you a 15% discount on flood insurance. And we were also updated our Van Dusen Dam Road Plan. I know it doesn't seem like a big dam for our community, but it is a requirement through the Maryland Department of Environment that we do have a plan for that in case there is some type of dam failure, and how we would coordinate that with our emergency resources and how we would communicate that out to the public. And then for 2025, one of the big projects we're going to focus on is it's going to be a coordination through a lot of our different departments, but we are upgrading our generators for our critical facilities. It'll be done in a two-phase project. So the first phase will be focusing on actually bringing in somebody and evaluating all the generators and what that looks like, and then phase two. So the great thing about this is it is a federal grant. It's a mitigation grant that we're getting done to do this, and it's already been approved, so it's already been put in the budget, and that's what we're going to do. So thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm excited to share our progress at the Laurel Multi-Service Center, where we have created a space that's truly serving the community. One of our proudest achievements has been securing $5.5 million in capital grants allocated to the cost of renovating the facility. This investment allowed us to transform the center into a safe and welcoming and fully equipped space where individuals and families can access vital resources and services. On September 10th, we celebrated our grand opening with a ribbon-cutting ceremony, welcoming over 200 guests who came together to witness this transformation and the beginning of a new chapter for our city. In this short period of time since September, we have served over 2,500 visitors. That's an applause. Come on, y'all. With more than 1,000 uses of our laundry and shower facility. We have also distributed 100 hygiene kits, coats, hats, and other cold weather items. Additionally, 14 individuals graduated from our Getting Ahead program. We had some of our council members attend in December. This life-changing initiative helps individuals build financial stability and build resources needed to break the cycle of poverty. Looking ahead to 2025, we are committed to expanding healthcare services at the center by providing preventative screening and other medical support, as well as enhancing adult learning and job training opportunities to empower our residents with the skills they need for a stronger future. The Laurel Multi-Service Center is more than just a building. It is a place where lives are changed, and with your support, we will continue to grow and serve our community. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everybody. I'm James Cornwell Shield. I'm the Director of Information Technology here at the City of Laurel. I've lived in the city for most of my life. I grew up here in the townhomes behind Laurel High and returned to the city about 16 years ago. While our department doesn't do a whole lot of direct interaction with the public, being IT, we are passionate about helping the city provide top-level services to our residents and businesses. In the past year, we've been working on updating and expanding our Wi-Fi and security camera coverage in our parks and facilities, so that whether you're working out at the community center or having a telework day at Centennial Park, you can have stable internet access and feel secure that if anything wrong happens at the park, our police will have footage of it. In 2024, we also deployed a full stack of technology at the Laurel Multi-Service Center, which you just heard about. Including a computer training lab and digital conference rooms to help staff, partners, and visitors thrive. As more services spin up at the Laurel Multi-Service Center, we will continue to support their vision and their mission and the missions of the community partners that they are working with, and most importantly, the community that they serve. This past August, we also, in order to support the mayor's vision of empowering our city's youth, we piloted an IT apprenticeship program partnering with the Laurel High School and the Apprenticeship Maryland program. That program provides 450 paid hours of hands-on learning for a high school student that pairs with their technical education, and they get to work side by side doing actual work with our IT staff doing day-to-day support as well as working on technical projects. Thank you. In the coming year, our biggest resident-facing focus is going to be on improving your digital experiences with the city. So one aspect of that is that last month we've started a program with all of our city departments to overhaul all of the city's website content to ensure that it provides visitors with a consistent, simple, accessible, and useful experience when you're visiting the website. Those changes will also flow over to the My Laurel mobile app for all of our mobile users and into all of our digital communications platforms, from email to social media, in partnership with our Department of Communications. The goal there is to ensure that you know what the city's doing in every aspect of city business, and also for access to services and information about what the city offers to be as straightforward as possible. The other aspect of that particular initiative is to encourage more communication back from the residents to the city. So we will be issuing a number of services on our website, mobile app, et cetera, to allow you to communicate issues that you're seeing in the community, not just through the My Laurel app, but also with through the website, through feedback programs about the website, and our social media outreach, so that we can better serve you. That's all I have, and I'll be listening intently to all the input you guys provide tonight. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming. My name is Lisa Woods, and I'm the Deputy Director here at City of Laurel for Budget and Personnel Services. The department's responsibility is to maintain a complete and accurate record of all financial transactions as well as personnel administration. There are 3 accomplishments that our department did last year: was new hire orientation for our new hires all the department heads made a speech, told everybody what they did, and also we did a policy review for each new hire. We also had the launching of the PNC Employee Financial Wellness Program. Because the city banks with PNC, our employees are entitled to a platform to assist them in personal finance matters, including in personnel consultants and seminars. We also took over the bookkeeping and record management for the LMSC nonprofit. The city currently provides funding in the general operating budget for center programs and facility maintenance. The staff can and has applied for grants for programming on behalf of the nonprofit. In the long term, the nonprofit will become financially responsible for the programming. In the year 2025, the goal for the department is the implementation of the executive time for our employees that are on time clocks. What this is that it's the system that integrates better with our payroll center system. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Natalie Williams. I'm the Director of the Department of Communications for the City of Laurel. And within our department, we have many ways that we are communicating with residents, whether it's through press releases or city alerts, to the hundreds of residents that are on our listserv. We also manage the social media pages of the city. One of the biggest ways that we're able to communicate with the residents of Laurel is through Laurel TV. Laurel TV broadcasts over approximately 75 meetings per year. So if you don't get a chance to come in person to the meetings, then feel free. If you live within the limits of the City of Laurel, you can catch all of the meetings live on Laurel TV. We also broadcast and produce different stories that are happening within the City of Laurel. Some accomplishments: I've only been here for just under a year now, but I'm proud to say that some of the accomplishments that we've had already is the development of our monthly citywide newsletter that's distributed either print version or electronically, and we distribute those newsletters throughout various locations throughout the city. We also had the successful completion of the upgrades to the chamber. You guys can hear us nicely. Everything looks nice here. And so we're pretty proud about that. So that allows residents to be able to join meetings in person or hybrid. And then we're also pretty proud of the completion of the brand for the for the strategic plan, which is Laurel's first strategic plan that will be released to the public in April. Just a few goals that are coming up for our department is the improvement of the programming for Laurel TV, really focusing on what type of programming our residents may want to see, and to be able to increase the membership of the individuals who want to actually have shows on Laurel TV. To my surprise, a lot of people still don't know about Laurel TV and what you can do here at the City of Laurel on Laurel TV. So if you have an interest in a show or a topic that you want to discuss, please feel free to come by, take a look at the studio. It's available to all residents of the City of Laurel. And I'm around to answer any questions that you guys may have. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to be here tonight. My name is Monte Burrows. I'm the Director of Economic and Community Development. The department maintains and oversees the built environment, which is responsible for zoning, historic district, economic development, sustainability, just to name a few. We had great accomplishments in 2024. ECD, along with the mayor, initiated the first home buyer assistance program and Laurel Thrive small business program, which we had several applications for the program. Many were not eligible. However, we were able to provide information that would allow them for the possibility to qualify in the future. We hosted Small Business Saturday, Women-Owned Business Breakfast, and other networking events to increase the community outreach and support for our local businesses. Kicked off the first sustainability plan and created residential focus groups to create the city's first sustainability plan and provide the community with an understanding of the development process. Our environmental manager implemented a new composting educational and outreach campaign. This included focus groups composed of local businesses and residents. In addition, the manager facilitated educational sessions to provide an overview of the compost process and explain the benefits to the environment. We were awarded technical assistance grants from the Maryland Energy Administration and the U.S. Department of Energy for energy audits, awarded a program voucher grant from the awarded a program voucher grant from the Department of Energy to offset the cost of residential composting costs, and awarded a grant from Sustainable Maryland for Big Belly Smart Composing container. And lastly, expanded the farmers market to weekly, became part of Maryland Money Market funding, adding value to patrons using SNAP benefits. And our goals and accomplishment we want to see in 2025, we want to begin the master plan process for 2036. We want to engage more with the community, develop a future land use, and define goals and objectives. ECD, along with the mayor, in 2025, want to initiate the first grant program for returning citizens. Also, we want to enter the implementation phase of the sustainability plan, which consists of tracking the success of the goals set in the sustainability plan with respect to reducing GHG emissions with the City of Laurel operation. Lastly, we want to create community focus groups to maintain and build momentum for actions in the sustainability plan. Community framework include creating a second community garden on the south side of the city, expanding the composting ambassador's role in education, and engaging with high school green team students. Thank you. And lastly, I want to show everybody we have a calendar in the rear about our composting, and also we have a survey for those who haven't filled one out for the citizens of Laurel, so we can get your comments so we can better the city in 2036. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to take the moment to recognize my name is Tommy Helms. I'm the Assistant Director of Public Works. I want to take a moment to recognize the hard work of our Public Works team. This winter, we've already had a few bad storms, but Thanks to careful preparation and round-of-the-clock efforts, we kept Laurel Road safe for travelers. Before each storm, we pre-treat priority roads with a brine solution, helping reduce ice buildup and improving safety. We appreciate everyone's patience as we work to keep the city moving. Beyond winter prep, 2024 has been a busy year for infrastructure improvements. We resurfaced over 3 miles of roadway, installed 18,000 square feet of sidewalk, and upgraded 165 streetlights with LED fixtures. These projects enhance safety and saves taxpayer dollars. We've also modernized our fleet, introducing hybrid and electric vehicles that align with Laurel's commitment to sustainability. These investments not only reduce emissions, but also improve efficiency and safety across our operations. Looking ahead, I'm excited to share that the feasibility study for the Van Duzen Road has been completed. This spring, we will begin the design of Phase 1 and Phase 2, marking a significant step forward in improving this critical roadway. Lastly, just a reminder, our annual spring recycling event is coming up on April 19th, and we've now included paint recycling in our program, and we would love to see you there. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. Danny Selby, the Director of the Fire Marshal and Permit Services. This year, we adopted our international building codes and our national electric codes. These takes us usually 18 months to make sure we get through, review all the codes, and it's a long process, and we have to change these codes every 3 years to make sure we're consistent with the state standards and construction performances. Next, we also fully digitized our soil and erosion program with the help of our IT department. That's a big deal because we have to go through an audit with the state to make sure we do this. So this has been very well. And it also, by digitizing this program, it allows our team to review grading plans, do an inspection, and creates approximate timelines for the inspectors to reference the building that's going on. And it also highlights the city's ongoing efforts to provide safe and clean environment and to protect our waterways. The main objective of this program is for our waterways and to mitigate any environmental impact when construction is being done. Next, we also focused our life safety program. We expanded it, our fire marshal created a program where we were going out to churches and other places and training their staff on events or emergencies on some of their hood and duct systems. So that was a pretty good deal that we're going into the churches and making sure everybody knows how to use the equipment and make sure they're safe and what to do in the case of an emergency. And for 25, we're going to try to expand that program to deal with helping smaller businesses, going into residential and school staff, and to educate everybody on life safety and to make sure everybody's safe. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bill Bailey. I'm the Director of Parks and Recreation. I was told to keep this under 2 hours, so I'm going to try to do my best. Or 2 minutes, 2 hours, 2 minutes? I forget what it was. Okay, one of those two. Anyway, welcome everyone being here tonight. The Parks and Recreation Department, our function is we keep we're in charge of the buildings and grounds for the city. So that's interior and exterior. The City Hall, I'm just, in general, just so people know what Parks and Recreation, what we have and all. The city has 13 buildings, 17 parks, 10 playgrounds, 2 community centers, 3 gymnasiums, 2 outdoor pools, paddle boats at the lake, 10 tennis courts, and 3 new pickleball courts. Oh, and also over 200 acres of parkland. So that's a lot for our department of 29 full-time staff. We have 10 maintenance staff, 8 custodial staff, 6 recreational staff, 5 administrative staff. So that's 29 full-time staff that we have on our side. Now in the summer months, we swell, we get about 70 part-time people, and that's for our day camp programs, our pools, and all the other summer events that we have. So that's, we grow up to about 100 people during the summer. Our department is a full-service department, which means we have programs and all from starting at preschool age all the way up to senior services. So we think we have something for everybody. We also have rental facilities. So if you're not aware of that, we have 6 indoor facilities that we can rent out. If you call our offices, we can help you with that. And we have 10 outdoor pavilions, and they do get heavily used throughout the year. We're already taking rental applications out for that. They'll fill up for the summer quickly. Couple projects that we've completed in the last year, we replaced 2 of the pedestrian bridges that were down at Riverfront Park. We turned them into, they're now able, you can drive a vehicle over them, because before they weren't, they were just pedestrian. So now they're able to drive vehicles in case of emergency. This past summer was new for us. We got all new electric mowers, blowers, and hand tools, so now we're green. Our maintenance staff, when they're out cutting grass, if you see them, you may not hear them because it's all electric now. So it's pretty cool that we were able to do that, and thanks to the Mayor and City Council for that support on that. We opened the Craig A. Mo Multi-Service Center. As you heard from Marshall earlier today, the backside of that center has a gymnasium attached to it. So we were able to take on that now, so that gives us another gymnasium and another hall to rent out for special events and classes and programs. One of our future events that we got coming up, and we're going to be working on probably for the next 2 years, and that's the restoration of the dam ruins at the end of Main Street. We've gotten some federal funding for that, and the dam ruins was very vital and important to the history of Laurel, of course. That's how we grew and came about. So we're going to be working towards that in the next couple of years, moving forward. In March, we'll be accepting applications for our day camp counselors, lifeguards, concession clerks, park maintenance, center attendants, building supervisors. We can do something. If you've got kids out there, you're looking for jobs for them, or not even kids, just adults, we'll take them. All right, we'll take you. There's applications, or there's flyers in the back there. Our latest brochure is in the back there. Help yourself to that. Our new brochure is due out in March, and it will have all of our summer programs and pricing and summer camps and swim classes and all that will be coming out in March. But right now, that's ours, what we have, as well as some additional flyers that we have of upcoming events that we're going to be having the rest of this year. So other than that, I'll be here the rest of the night, and I'll listen to your comments, and thank you for coming out.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Green. I'm the city clerk. So in my office, we are tasked with supporting the mayor and city council and city staff on all things legislative. We work on the agendas and the items that are going to go before the mayor and council for approval. And then following that, we work on making sure the codification is done for all of the city laws so that they're all incorporated into the charter or code, depending on what they were. And we also work with the Board of Election Supervisors. So every 2 to 4 years, there's an election. Every 2 years, there's an election. So we work with them with making sure that the polling places are ready, everything is good to go for the voters. In 2024, we managed the city's digitization of paper records project in coordination with the Department of the Fire Marshal and Permit Services and the Police Department. The project basically entails taking all their permanent records and having them scanned so that they're digitized, so that, if something, happens to the building, we still have the records that we need to keep. And then we oversaw the council vacancy nomination process. We had a council member who resigned, so we had to fill that spot. And we onboarded the Councilman Simmons. We're glad that you're here. And we worked with the Board of Election Supervisors to draft amendments to the current election laws. So that's actually before the mayor and city council now, and they're working out some of the edits for that. I also served as the vice president for the Maryland Municipal Clerks Association, And I'm currently serving as the vice chair of the Maryland Municipal League Legislative Committee. So right now, the General Assembly is in session. We review all of the bills that are being proposed that could have impact on municipalities in the state. And we take a position if we oppose or if we like the proposed legislation. And so for our 2025, we're looking to develop and implement a comprehensive archive program for the city where we will inventory, record all the city records that are permanent, photos, artwork, and any other historically significant items that the city owns. And then try to keep, put that into a electronic system. So if the museum is gonna have a exhibit and they need something, they can borrow it and we can keep track of it and get it back and keep a log of everything. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Russ Ham, I'm the police chief here in Laurel. I want to thank my deputy chief, Mark Blazinski, and Major John Hamilton for being here this evening to make sure I don't goof this up too badly. So accomplishments from 2024, I'm just going to jump into it. As you know, we're a full-service police department. Prince George's County Police don't police in the city of Laurel, the Laurel Police Department does. So towards the end of last year, we realized that we were having a little issue with some crime that usually spikes up during the holiday season, so we did a crime suppression detail. Results of that led to us apprehending numerous people responsible for thefts and shoplifting, which is also theft, robbery, and other offenses, including distributing drugs and possessing illegal firearms. The efforts of those officers doing that flat out led to the community being safer and stopped harm from occurring to our community members. So hats off to those officers that worked that detail. Thank you. We also, with the support of the mayor and council, we established a drone program last year. This came about from an emergency services event that we were at, and we realized we needed drones to better manage those. With their support, we bought a number of drones. It's helped us to keep ERT events ending safely, and it's also helped us apprehend a number of individuals responsible for crimes in the community. Leadership training. So when I got here to Laurel and we arrived, we were a little surprised to learn that our command staff and others supervisory personnel have been offered little opportunity to attend training to enhance their overall knowledge, skills, and abilities, and to more effectively lead and manage our dedicated workforce over the police department. We've worked hard to achieving the goal of providing these higher level education opportunities to our people, which is highlighted as a needed measure within the President Obama's 21st Century Policing Report. As a result, we can proudly advise now that our entire command staff have now graduated from some pretty prestigious programs across the country, including the Police Executive Research Forum Senior Management Institute for Police, the Northwestern University Police Staff and Command School, the Maryland Aspiring Leaders Program, and we currently have a captain in the FBI National Academy attending, is slated to graduate next month. We've also had members of our next level supervisors attend programs, and all supervisors are currently scheduled to attend the Gettysburg Staff Ride Leadership Program this spring, which we're able to do through a GoCap grant that we're managing. We have also had personnel scheduled to attend the COG Leadership School that's coming up this year, and we plan on sending more staff to our Aspiring Leaders Program. All this just flat out leads to the further development of our entire leadership team and helps us to provide higher levels of accountability and service to the community. Going forward, we have lots of goals, but I'm just going to touch on one. Over the past 6 months, with support of the mayor and the city administrator's office, we established a new temporary traffic unit. Traffic-related issues are probably the number one thing we hear about here in the community, primary concern for our people. So we felt it was prudent to address these concerns in a more effective manner. By establishing this unit, we are furthering our goal to enhance traffic and pedestrian safety throughout our city. We're going to take that further in the coming year by having a decentralized unit of people assigned with them. So we'll continue these efforts with this team leading the way to help provide for more effective programs around education, enforcement, and engineering programs to help make you safer on the roadways. This also applies to us. The number one killer of police officers, one of the number one killers of police officers is we're operating a motor vehicle. As you know, we have to arrive at things quickly. We kind of scoot sometimes because you need us to. And it ends up leading to us being severely injured and sometimes killed. Myself, in my prior position, I buried 2 officers I worked with that were killed in motor vehicle accidents responding to help the community. When we got here, we found out the only training that had been provided to our officers was their initial onboarding and training at the police academy. So for somebody like me, I've been a cop 41 years. That would have been 41 years ago. We were using horses then. So now we've developed our own driver's training program and working with a partner agency and utilizing their facility, our dedicated and now certified driving instructor for our police department, Acting Sergeant Kevin O'Neill, has developed a strong, meaningful training program that after our initial phase of this program, we saw approximately a 30% reduction in our officer-involved collisions. That's a big number, and that drives insurance costs down, but number one, it keeps our officers safe and get them home to their families. He's scheduled to provide further training on this important field. This keeps them safer, it keeps you safer as a community, and we're very proud of this program that Acting Sergeant O'Neill initiated here. So thank you, that's it for me. Have a great night, thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Chief. Before we go any further, I want to acknowledge Michelle Garcia, the Chief of Staff for Tom DeNoga, District 1. She's in the audience tonight, so just want to acknowledge you. Thank you for coming out as well. Behind every mayor and city council, those men and women you see over there to my left, keep our city going. So we want to thank you for your efforts and thank you. But most important, we want to thank the employees that work under your direction as well, because you guys are the brains behind it, but you need the men and women to go out to carry out the task. And so we wanted to thank them for us tomorrow when you come to work, that we really appreciate all that effort and the hard work. Really appreciate that. So thank you all. So at this time, the city council, like I say, the most important 5 people in the city, because I can't do my job without them. So I really appreciate you all. They're going to give you a brief report on things they've done this year and things, last year and things they're looking for in 2025. And after that, we're going to call the numbers and we're going to hear from the community. Once again, when you come up, you're just going to say your question. We're not going to answer your questions tonight. We're going to, this is being recorded and we're taking notes. Between 30 and 60 days, we'll put a report together on the questions you asked us. So thank you again. So I think we'll start down here with Councilman Johnson. Yes. Councilman Simmons, okay?
Thank you, Mayor. And first of all, great to see everybody here tonight. Thanks for being here. To be honest, I'm very anxious to hear what you have to say. We've been sitting here a while already, but I want to be able to listen to what you all have to offer. But just to share a little bit about, obviously I joined council last July, and it's a privilege to be able to serve the city where I was born, and to serve you. In my mind, part of one of our main roles on council is to be able to deliberate as a body productively, to sort of figure things out, to listen to your feedback, to listen to members of the administration, and to listen to each other. And so for me, a point of pride is our ability to have those types of conversations and encouraged to sort of see this happening. There's a number of things I'm sort of proud of. One of them, most recently that comes to mind, is this past month I was able to join with Councilwoman Johnson to pass a resolution as we're sort of bringing back alive this Citizens Advisory Committee for Persons with Disabilities, expanding the people that can be a part of that to benefit the city, as well as adding to that members of the senior residents, that they have a voice on a committee, and that was primarily Councilwoman Johnson's part of that. So that was really something to, I think, celebrate for the city, and giving critical mass, and those people can connect to what we do. I've got another piece of legislation that's in the pipeline. It was supposed to be out this month, but it'll be out next month for the senior residents. More on that to come, as well as one that will probably come out over the summer. But for me, it's really a theme in terms of building community. One of the things I've been most proud of as I've gone around the city is the ability to meet the people that we have in the city and to see all the things that are happening. This sort of role really provides a porthole to so many things happening across the city, and I've been consistently impressed by the high caliber of people we have in Laurel. And I've met them in different parts of the state and also just here in town, and the drive that they have and the creativity that they have. And so for me, my vision and goal is to ensure that our city government provides a supportive foundation for the people of Laurel to build community, to sort of build that connection. In my mind, the VIP seats in this room are right there in the center where you all are sitting. we can't create, it is really you that are the beating heart of the city. So I'm really excited to hear your ideas. Please feel free to come up to me afterwards. And an anecdote I just want to share, a couple weeks ago when I was here for the Laurel Board of Trade Small Business Roundtable, and we were having some conversations afterwards, there was one business owner that in conversation says, "You all are courting me to come to Laurel." She said, and I said, that just made my heart smile, that she would say, "Hey, I'm hearing good things happening here, and I'm feeling like I want to come to this community from my small business and contribute to that." And I'd love to be able to say that Laurel really becomes more and more a place people, I want to go into Laurel because of what they're doing. So I'll leave it there. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I'm Councilwoman Christine Johnson. When the mayor asked us to participate, it's funny, this is my first year on council, or first time as an elected official, period. So when he asked for us to share, I just thought, what did I do? Like, when you first get elected, it's like you have a lot of time and you have so many ideas, and then you look back and it's been a year and you're like, what did I do? But it's great to just look back. It's been a pleasure working with this council, this mayor, this city administration, with the different diverse backgrounds and area of expertise. And like Councilman Simmons mentioned, that we learn from each other and we work together to make decisions that we feel that are best for the city. And we just appreciate you all being here so we can hear your input and continue to do so. So like he mentioned, one of the accomplishments that I am proud of is the co-sponsorship of the resolution. What it did was renamed and expanded the scope of the Citizens Advisory Committee for persons with disabilities so that we can provide representation for senior citizens also ages 55 and older. So we are looking for members to join. We are trying to, revive the committee, so please come out and join. It's a 7-member committee. 2 members are dealing with the persons with disabilities or their caretaker, and then 2 members deal with the senior citizens ages 55 or their caretaker, 2 general members, and then a council member. So the next meeting will be on Wednesday, February the 19th at 6 p.m. It is via Zoom, so you can join, but if you're interested, please see me later, and then also you can send your information to the mayor's office. And then like he mentioned, in addition, I had the first Women's History event last year. So as an accomplishment, I will continue that also. But moving forward, I just want to continue to learn the city policies and procedures and then provide resources for citizens, particularly the youth and the senior citizens. So on that front, this year's Women's History event will be on March the 8th, 2025. And the theme is Moving Forward Together, Women Educating and Inspiring Generations. So the theme there is mentorship. So if you have any organizations that provide mentorship and you want to share your information with the community, that will be a good time to do so. And you can also see me regarding that too. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Councilman James Cole from Ward 1, representing all of our citizens there. This past year was a big year for me. I introduced 2 pieces of legislation, one for public school employee tax credit. So you don't have to be a teacher in the city of Laurel. You could be a bus driver, a custodian, anybody that works full-time for a Prince George's County public school. As long as you're not having any other tax credits for your property, you're now eligible to apply for a tax credit for your property for the work that you do for all of our community. Another big undertaking last year, as we were moving through with a new council, was realizing that the council rules were a little outdated. There were some policies that were in multiple locations. So we did a full rewrite of the council rules that put how to fill a vacancy into one spot, how to have public hearings so that everybody has a fair shot to come out and voice their opinions with no questions asked. So that was a really big undertaking. It took a lot of feedback from the council. I think the clerk and I worked for several months before it was even introduced to the council, just gathering all of the information that was in various locations. This coming year, I plan to continue working to focus on fiscal responsibility and sustainability. As the mayor has mentioned, and I've said in several other meetings, we are headed into a difficult direction with the federal government, state government, and the county government when it comes to taxes. Our job is to make sure that we're representing you well and spending your money responsibly. We're here to represent you, and we just need to take every look that we can to see where we can save. Is this what we want to do? Is this in the best interest of the citizens? Sometimes we do have to spend money. We can't get things done without spending it, but it's just making sure that that's the direction that we want to move for the city. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Kyla Clark, and I am the council member representing Ward 2. I would say for 2024, for me, it was getting acclimated back into the local city government. Working on Capitol Hill is very different. You understand all of the federal government rules and grants that you can take a part of, so I was able to bring that information to the City of Laurel, but just sitting and actually listening to the residents. My goal was to not only get to know the council members, because in order for us to pass any legislation, get to know the mayor, get to know each other, we have to be on the same page. So that was a priority for me. In addition to that, just going around while I was campaigning, I heard a lot from the residents that we don't know where the events are. We are not able to participate. We want to learn more about what you're doing on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. And so that was a priority for me, only because that is my expertise. I had a lot of marketing communications plans, and that's what I did for the government entity when I worked on the federal side. And so I was really grateful to be able to work collaboratively with our new Director of Communications, making recommendations for the Laurel Living newsletter, and especially providing updates from the council within that newsletter so that you can understand what we're doing on an ongoing basis. In addition to that, we also communicate regularly through social media. I know a lot of the council members make sure that they can update everyone. So whether you're getting one from our newsletter, which you can partake in, it's absolutely lovely. I'm a communications fan, so as you can see, all of the graphics that we have, on a regular basis, you'll see that they're being updated, as they said, to help enhance your experience in here, and so that you can hear us clearer, so you can participate virtually. It's important for you to see that. After the last town hall that we had, I did write a recommendation to the mayor's office and the administration to support or to request a pilot program in regards to noise abatement. And I know a lot of citizens had a concern about the noise from the vehicles. We also hear that on the Ward 2 side as well. So that is something that is being considered. I know that that is being considered on the county side, so just know that we are thinking about that and we have not lost track of that. Going forward, I think for me, my priority is to, one, listen to the residents, because I don't want to write legislation that you don't need. Let's try to address some of the things that you do need, because you're in your areas every day, and we want to work together to try to solve those problems for you. Number two, advocating for you. That's what we're here for. We're not only your representatives, but we're here to advocate for your needs and the things that we hear from you. We want to bring that back and share with the city administration, and also work together collaboratively to get those things done. And lastly, just to keep you included and updated. We can't do this without you. We need to know what's going on in your neighborhoods. We need to know what's going on in your homes, the needs that you have. I hear regularly from a lot of residents who either contact me on social media, via email, or they ask me also for a newsletter. So I try to update them in different ways, but just keep connected to us, stay connected, and we will make sure that you're updated. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Councilman Mills for Ward 2, and I'm gonna make it short because you are next. So I just want to say that the mayor, before he became mayor, he was the councilman, and he came up with the idea of safe summer nights. And then when he became mayor, his plate became a little too full. And so I was supporting them and helping them with the safe summer nights. It's one thing that I really love doing is, assisting with the children and assisting with individuals that are looking to accomplish some goals. And so after the safe summer nights, and you would see right in the month of August of 2024, even my children are in here as well. During this safe summer nights program, we were learning the children were learning all types of science projects, and it was very cool this summer. It was very cool. After the summer, kind of felt a certain way, like, man, we need I told the mayor, I said, listen, mayor, these children need safe summer, winter, spring, and fall. So he said, well, Mills, here's the baton. And I said, oh, okay. So I got a little creative, and I wanted to put my twist in it as being a entrepreneur and a business owner. So what we did was we had Navy Federal Credit Union to sponsor, bless you, sponsor, and with bringing some innovative ideas to the children to teach them financial literacy. Then on top of that, we had a company called iCode, and we were teaching them coding. And so I wanted to assimilate the coding with the drone program that the mayor is presenting to us. And we had a great summer. And then we actually assimilated the coding with financial literacy. And we got to the point, we as the instructors and the children, we got to the point of teaching and speaking on quantum physics. So we were way up, and this is what's being done right here at the Armory. And God willing, we'll be able to just, we head into the springtime. So please keep in mind that, like around 6 p.m. at the Armory, we're gonna be doing safe fall nights, safe summer nights, safe spring nights, they all nights. Because these children, they need to accomplish some goals. And one of my goals for them is to teach them that you have 4 pockets and you're gonna learn to put money in every one of them. Thank you all.
Thank you, Council. Like I said before, behind any strong mayor, you need a strong city council. So, Councilman Mills, you've been promoted again. You can be taking over Safe Summer Nights. We got Dr. T in the audience. She's a neuroscientist. She was there with us this summer. So make sure you and Dr. T get to know each other right there, because you'll be working with her this summer. And also, I want to just acknowledge Councilman Johnson and Councilman Clark. And we talking about the Safe Summer Night program. I was a councilman. We was doing a pilot program. And they weren't even on the council. They just was, constituents and really want to get involved in the city. And they came out to assist me on the pilot program. So I want to thank you for that. Now y'all here as a council, so that's great. So I just want to acknowledge that this work goes far beyond, just us getting here tonight. So with that said, the most important people here are you all. We're looking forward to your questions. Once again, remind you, this is just a listening session. We want to take your feedback, and we're going to put a report together, like I said earlier, between 30 and 60 days. So please, ask questions. You can ask more than 1, 2, 10, whatever question you want to ask. Just come forward. And number 1, anyone number 1? Anyone got? Any got? Yeah, we gave numbers out. Anybody taking any numbers? Okay. All right. Well, okay. Come on up. Come up, sir. Don't worry, but just come on up. Who's number? He's number. Okay, we'll get you. You number 2, Ms. Lattis? 3. 3. Okay, I got you. You 2? Okay, Roger that. Okay.
For the opportunity, I just want to. Actually, I got the number to say thank you as a contractor who worked in City of Laurel for the last 10 years. I see the improvement. I appreciate all the achievement that you have and all the mission you consider to do for the next years. I just want to say thank you, and I see all those improvements. And as a contractor, I'm really happy to see this, that the City of Laurel growing, and we can bring more people, more businesses to the city, and see the city is growing. Thank you all. All right.
Thank you. All right. We like that, those compliments. We like those. We take those all day. Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate that. Number 2, please come forward, please.
Right. No, I wrote some notes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see them. I'm Amy Knox. First thing I wanted to say is thank you all for the great reports. Thank you to the department heads for the fantastic reports. I wasn't expecting that was going to be the format of the event tonight, so what a nice treat to hear all of that. What I did want to talk to you all about tonight, and thank you for, is your support of the Pride Festival that we've been having every October. It's an incredible event. We've a couple people on the dais have mentioned our community and how diverse Laurel is. We know that one of the unique things about Laurel is that it sits in Prince George's County, but we have people from Anne Arundel County, we have people from Montgomery County and Howard County who are all in Laurel, so we start out even geographically diverse. And then we think about the people that we touch in our community. We know that we're a majority minority community. 48% of our people are African American, 24% are white, and then 13% are Latino, Hispanic identifying, and then we have another percentage that are some mix of that. So we have a diverse, vibrant community, and I know that the Pride event is something that everyone appreciates. It's grown over the 4 years that we've had it, 3 years, 3.5 years we're coming up on it. It's a rewarding and an important event. I volunteer at it, I'm on the committee for it, and every year people come up to me and they thank me for having it and giving a place that feels safe. And to the point that Councilmember Simmons said, people are excited about Laurel. They want to be in a community that's like this, it's open and engaging. So I really appreciate that and the support of the council and the mayor. As the department heads were giving their reports, it occurred to me how every single department helps Laurel Pride happen. And, you know, we have emergency management, we have a website, so we have IT, Parks and Rec is helping. So it's, you know, it's the whole city who brings it forward. And I just really want to speak for myself, but I'm sure the Pride Committee would say this as well, that we really, really appreciate that. Thank you. And you didn't say there was a time limit, so I did have another thing that I wanted to say. But this is important. It's not specifically about me, but with the new administration, one of the things that I've been hearing about is ICE dragnets. And a friend of mine talked about in Prince George's County that children on their way to school were being detained and held, and their parents had to come, brown children, people who looked suspicious, like Latino, right? And they were being held, and the parents were being forced to come forward with documentation that showed that they, birth certificates, something that showed that they were legally here in the United States. That's not appropriate. Sometimes the parents would be caught too, right? When they came forward and said, that's my kid, but then they say, where's your paperwork? As I mentioned, we have 13% of the Laurel community, which is Latino or Hispanic, and that's something that really concerns me. That's a huge part of our population. It's a terrorist tactic to bring children, to detain children. I don't think it's fair, and it's something that I really hope, I know we've talked previously about Laurel and Laurel not working with ICE. That's something I know you said that you're not going to be able to talk about tonight, but maybe have some initial thoughts on it, and then I'd like to know what the city might do going forward to protect our citizens.
Thank you, ma'am. Number three. It's another one of our coordinators for the Say Summer Night they bring.
Oh, for real? Gotcha. In July, before the pictures. Good evening, everyone. I am Rosette, and I am a career educator. I am a professional school counselor by trade. Before I became a school counselor, I was a teacher, so I'm a career educator. I love the kids. I want to talk tonight about things related to education, but they impact our community. So we got kids in our community, right? So my first thoughts, like I said, I'm a school counselor. I do not believe in perfect attendance. So I just want to address that, right? So I go to work all the time. Today was the 96th day of school. You know how they make a big deal out of 100? So I know, because Tuesday is going to be the 100th day, and we're planning for it. So I say that to say, I think the language around perfect attendance is unattainable. Who in here has been to work every day since they got hired? Nobody, right? Like, that's unattainable. Kids' jobs or careers are being students. And so even as a professional educator, I believe that word should be eradicated. And I say that eradicated is a strong word because that's how strongly I feel about it. Kids are entitled to sick days. They are being a good community member when they stay home. They're not getting their teacher and their classmates sick. So, and then the word perfect transforms to them having to perform perfectly on everything, right? Their body has to be perfect. Their scores have to be perfect. I think having strong or stellar, which is 95% or more, is an achievable thing and should be the goal. Like, not perfect, but really good. And that transfers to my question, which I'll get to, I guess. I will get to the question, but it goes to, I see a lot of students. So I work for DC Public Schools because PG County didn't have a vacancy as a school counselor at the time. I'm willing to revisit that eventually, but right now, I see when our calendars don't align and I'm off, like ours in DC, they're closed, and in PG, they're open. I see a lot of kids during the hours that they should be in school. And so it gets my wheels turning, like, what's your why? Why are you not in school? You all, shout out to y'all. Y'all are being a part of the solution, because I believe if you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. Y'all are all being a part of the solution. Thank you all for everything you do. So I say that to say, having the people do the internships, we have to find more things to engage these kids. So I don't know, y'all do the things with the budgets and all the things, but some of the ideas I have, and I will get to the question, I promise, but some of the ideas I have are having opportunities to get tax breaks if you give some type of attendance incentives for the kids that are showing up. I don't care if it's a $5 DTLR gift card, right? They can buy some socks, or they can build them, raise them, save them up until they can buy some sneakers. But I don't know how that could work, or a lot lines for the skating ring or the bowling alley to allow X number of kids to be able to play for free if they could show on their report card that they attended school most days. So all of the love is in the details, right? Because I believe, y'all know the saying, what, idle hands are the devil's workshop. Kids are into mischief. They get mischief if they don't have something to occupy their time. So if we could reward good behavior, it could discourage poor behavior, right? Cars are not getting broken into, right, when kids are in school. So we could give Chief a little bit of rest time at his desk if we can get the kids engaged in school and wanting to come to school. And so I think if we think creatively, those are some of the things that we can brainstorm. And I see Councilman Mills he's doing the safe summer everything, safe everything, and I appreciate that, and I want to be a part. So my question is, bringing it to a close, is what might, just open-ended, save it for this 30, 60-day report, what might the council and the team and the leadership be able to put together that may be able to help our students stay in school, enjoy school, attend school, be rewarded for making those positive decisions, so it then results in a safer Laurel? That's it, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. We have number 4. Number 4, if anybody want to speak, if you don't have a number, you want to speak, you can come forward. No one? Number 5, any number. You don't have a number. Don't worry about the numbers. Anyone who wants to speak, can come forward. Okay. All right. Chief of Staff Garcia, you got anything you want to report from the county council level? Nothing? Okay. All right, okay. All righty, so I don't believe in forcing people to talk. So no one have any, yes, come on, Dr. T.
Because I feel like, I wrote my notes, I was gonna give it to you all later.
Okay.
All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Once again, I want to reiterate the comment earlier. It was a treat hearing about all the accomplishments. I am a homeowner in Laurel, lived here since 2021, so still fairly new, but I'm very active. I'm on my board for my HOA in my community. I'm living in Ashford. So one of the comments that I want to bring up first would be Ashford Boulevard. It is one of the city roads. People cut through in order to get to Cherry or onto 4th, whatever else. But it's also a speeding spot, right, because of that. And we've been trying to get maybe a speed monitor or something to help out with that. We do have a speed bump. Thank you for hearing us the first time we said something. But it's not doing enough because it's kind of like in the middle. So people are speeding to the speed bump, getting over the speed bump, sometimes risking their vehicles, and then speeding off again. So want to put that out as like the first, I guess, request or just to be heard and considered when it comes to that. Okay, going to my notes. So I love the business. So I think sorry, remind me your name again. No, the businesses in Monte, thank you. So can I just recommend maybe a networking event so we can learn more about the businesses that are in
Laurel, I think it would be good to have something where we can come out and celebrate these things and get to know them a little bit better and exchange information, as well as just business owners talking to business owners. A lot of times I don't even know about the businesses that are in Laurel, which there are a lot, and I'm amazed by it every time I learn about a new one. So just a platform that will allow us to do that would be great. I'm hearing a lot about the communications improving, and I love that. I think that's one thing that I want to be able to share a little bit more. So once that comes out, if we can maybe put that on a list of ways to keep in touch with the new things going on in Laurel, I could spread that within Ashford especially. But also keeping in mind that our homeowners vary on tech savviness. I always say I'm just a neuroscientist. I'm not the best with technology. And I know that sounds very crazy, but I'm not the best with technology. So just keeping that in mind, if there are different avenues to get around and stay informed, that we can spread that, especially within our neighborhoods and our communities, that would be great. And then the last thing, when there are new ideas within the neighborhood, if there's any way to kind of just say, hey, we have this idea to maybe have a coding program or the new drone program, let us know. Some people within the communities have really good skills and gifts that they would love to share voluntarily. So if you just put it out there and see what happens, I think a lot of times you'll find the people that you need that already live within Laurel. I know a lot of times the idea is already kind of shaping within your offices, but sometimes just let us in. We'll be willing, as you heard about me, I'm willing to help out in a lot of ways. So let us know. We'll, as homeowners, as residents, we'll see where it goes so we can all come together as a community and help you out as well. That's all.
Thank you, Dr. T. Y'all want to come on?
Sorry. One more quick comment. This is for the IT communication.
I know you.
All that team. Hold on, one more thing. Because like Dr. T said, hey, Dr. T, I love it. Neuroscience, I want to know more about that. One more comment. You all are doing phenomenal work. I stay woke because of y'all like, what Laurel got going on now? So, and especially Councilman Mills, he's in that Laurel MD Connect group. Y'all know about that, Mike Mundy. Y'all probably know him. Is he here? Hey, Mike. But have you ever heard of EDDM? Every mailmen hate it, or letter carriers hate it. It's every door direct mail. Because even though I know a lot, I miss a lot. Mailmen don't love it because that means every door in every zip code that you ask for EDDM, they're getting a notification. So I'm like, maybe something like this could go to every parent. I mean, not every parent, every household, so they know what's going on, and we could start a networking type event. Like, they're doing what is happening where? So every door direct mail may be something that'll help get more surveys out, get more survey results, get more people engaged in their community. So every door direct mail, that's it.
Hey, once again, before we close out, any additional questions from the community? Okay, I just want to thank you all for coming out. We really appreciate that. This town hall is for you all to come out to voice your concerns, your opinions, help us do our job. Each and every person up here serve you all, and so we're here to serve you all. So please contact us. You need something, any questions, concerns. Just want to reiterate one more time about the BGE. We are aware of that. We've been talking to BGE, and you go on our website. They got help, assistance. Once again, they're not going to be cutting anybody's utilities off. They're not going to be having any late payments. And so, but if you have some type of financial hardship, there's a nonprofit organization inside the City of Laurel that we partnership called Laurel's Advocate Referral Services, and you can contact them. You can, they'll screen you and they see if you're eligible to qualify for any financial assistance during your hardship, whether it's food, utility assistance, and things of that nature. So thank you all for coming in out tonight, and please get home safe. Thank you so much.